Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Bim, bam, bim, 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 bam. Bim, 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 bam. Cherry, berry, berry, bim, bam. Bim, 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 bam. Bim, 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 bam. What number is that, Rabbi?
Test. I'll go like this, then you'll be able to hear me as I eat it.
Good Shabbos, everyone.
Good Shabbos to everybody. Exciting to be here for our 5th grade honor Shabbat as we celebrate our 5th graders, but also a special naming that we have as part of this as well. Number 8, as you're looking at it.
Thank you.
For those of you, hopefully, as you came in, there's a special family service prayer book that we use, a special siddur for this evening. So if you have one of those, we're going to be starting on page 2 of it in a moment. If you don't have one of those, I think there might be a few more back by the entrance to the sanctuary where you can pick those up as well. One of the nice things that we do is oftentimes, as we begin services, it's nice to know who's a part of our community and who we're praying with. And so we invite you to take a moment now, if you haven't done so already, to turn to the people in front of you or behind you and to introduce yourself and wish them a Shabbat Shalom. And for those of you that are joining us online, to put a little note in the chat to let us know that you're here and wish each other Shabbat Shalom as well.
Shabbat Shalom.
is a day of rest. Today is a day when we give thanks and we are happy. Today we celebrate Shabbat. Only one Jewish holiday comes every week of the year. We call it Shabbat. It is the only holiday mentioned in the Ten Commandments. Remember Shabbat and keep it holy. 6 days you shall do all your work, but the seventh day is Shabbat.
Let us welcome Shabbat with delight and with love as we light these very special candles. May we bring Shabbat into our hearts and into our souls and into our homes.
We'd like to invite up our Associate Director of Shoresh, Elisa Burke, to help us kindle our Shabbat candles as Stephanie's class leads us in the prayer. So we invite up Elisa now to help us kindle those candles.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner Shabbat.
Blessed are you, O eternal
Our God, ruler of the universe, who has commanded us to kindle the lights of Shabbat.
With Shabbat, we give thanks for the sweetness of life and all the blessings that we can see within it. Wine reminds us of this sweetness, this goodness that is part of our world. So we raise a cup of wine and say, Blessed are you, eternal our God, ruler of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine.
Ata Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Amen. L'chaim.
So throughout our service this evening, there will be a number of times where our fifth graders are going to be sharing some reflections of some of the things that they've been learning about this year. And so the first part of the year, they spent learning about life cycles. The second half of the year, they've been learning about Israel. And so tonight, for the first half of our service at least, we're going to be talking about Israel and sharing some of those reflections.
I hope to go to Israel because I want to try the food, see the people in the capital. I want to learn more of the culture.
I hope to go to Israel because there's a lot to do there. I would like to try their chocolate because it sounds good.
I hope to go to Israel because I would like to learn more about it. Also, if I go to Israel, I would want to try their foods, and I think it would be cool just to go to Israel.
I hope to go to Israel because of the Dead Sea. In the Dead Sea water, you cannot sink. If you go to Israel, you should go to the Dead Sea.
I hope to go to Israel because I want to try the ice cream there. A lot of people say ice cream in Israel is the best, but I wonder what ice cream place in Israel is the best.
And so we invite up Lynn's Hebrew class as well to join us as we continue in our prayer books.
For thousands of years, when Jews prayed, they began their prayers the way we begin today. Just like our people said then, we now rise together and say our call to worship.
Adonai Hamvara. Praise be our God, to whom all praises due. Baruch Adonai Hamvara Le'olam Va'ed. Praise be our God, to whom all praises due, now and forever.
The most important words that we say at the synagogue is the prayer which tells everybody what we believe. We tell the world we believe in one God and that we are part of the Jewish people. When we say the Shema together as a community. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one. Baruch Shem Kivod, Malchuto Le'olam Ba'ed. Praise be God's name, whose majesty is forever and ever.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Please be seated.
You shall love the Eternal, your God, with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Set these words, which I command you this day, upon your heart. Teach them faithfully to your children. Speak of them in your home and on your way, when you lie down and when you rise up. Bind them as a sign upon your hand, and they shall be a symbol before your eyes. Write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Be mindful of all my mitzvot and do them.
The oldest prayer of all prayers is a special song that Moses and Miriam sang when our ancestors left Egypt a long, long time ago. One Shabbat, we give thanks because we are not slaves like we were in Egypt. Instead, we are free, and freedom. We can celebrate a day for ourselves, a day of rest, this special day of Shabbat.
No, time when we are very quiet. We call this our silent prayer. We may even close our eyes and keep our bodies still so we can relax. During this time in our service, we can think of something special we saw or something we did this week, which was special for us. Let us pray silently.
This is the moment as time goes by for my silent prayer to Adonai, a prayer of thanks for all my blessings, a prayer of compassion for all in need, a prayer of knowledge for I keep guessing, a prayer between God and me. Close your eyes, say a prayer. Adonai will be there. A prayer of thanks for all my blessings, a prayer of compassion for all in need, a prayer of knowledge for I keep guessing, a prayer between God and me, a prayer between God and me, a prayer between God and me.
We are very lucky because of the people who came before us, who have created special traditions that we also follow. What is most amazing is that every of these individuals added something important to our Judaism, which the Avot, the Imahot, we give thanks to God for giving us our traditions and for helping people in every generation.
Please rise.
Okay.
Eternal God, open my lips and my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Elohei Rachel, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor Ba'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei HaKol, V'Zocher Chasei Avot V'Imahot, U'Mevii Geulah Mipnei Bneihem, L'ma'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Ve'ezrat Sarah.
Blessed is the Eternal, our God and the God of our ancestors, God of Abraham, God of Isaac, and God of Jacob, God of Sarah, God of Rebekah, God of Leah, and God of Rachel. Great, mighty, and exalted. You give love, kindness to all your children. You are a ruler and helper. Blessed is the Eternal God, the shield of Abraham, and the protector of Sarah.
Eternal is your power. O God, you are mighty to save. In love, you sustain the living. In multitude of your mercies, you preserve all. You uphold the falling and heal the sick. Free the captives and keep faith with your children in death as in life. Who is like you? Who is your equal, author of life and death? Source of salvation, blessed is the eternal God, the source of life.
Please be seated.
If I could see one thing in Israel, it would be the Western Wall, because it shows how strong buildings can be, and it shows how old religion is. I like that people put papers in the wall.
If I could see one thing in Israel, it would be temple, because it is very important to us and Jewish history. I want to see the Western Wall, and I would like to learn more about it.
If I could see one thing in Israel, it would be the temple, because it is important in our history. And I want to learn more about it.
If I could see one thing in Israel, it would be the Dead Sea, because many of my family have been there and so many stories have been told there too.
If I could see one thing in Israel, it would be the Dead Sea, because there's no place like it in the world. It is a historical landmark, and it would be cool to see.
When we pray on Shabbat, we ask God for many things. But one of the most important things we ask for is peace. Our world is a very good place, yet many places still face war and troubling times.
Our responsibility as Jews is to do everything possible to bring more peace into our world. As we sing Shalom Rav, we think about the peace all of us hope for and how we believe we can make this dream come true.
Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Le'olam. Ki ata hu melech hador, lechol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech hador, lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Le'olam. Tasim Le'olam. Tasim Le'olam.
Grant us peace, your most precious gift, our eternal source of peace, and gift us the will to bring this message everywhere on this earth. Bless the eternal God, source of peace.
Israel is important because you can learn more about your culture and connect with other Jewish people. And I can be with a bigger Jewish community.
Israel is important because my religion is connected to Israel. Therefore, it's important.
Israel is important because of how many Jewish people live there. Also because of it is the homeland of the Jewish people. I hope to go there one day.
Israel is important to me because it's a part of my religion. I've always wanted to be there. I have lots of friends to celebrate with.
This is the hope. The hope is still real. A Jewish hope in Israel. This is the time we stand as one. If not now, when? We must be strong, our hearts turn to the east. Yeah, this is the hope that holds us together. Hativa, the hope that will last forever. This is the hope that holds us together. Hativa, the hope that is still real. This is the hope. 2,000 years we pray for freedom through pain and tears. This is our faith. This is our voice. This is our promise. This is our choice. Our hearts turn to the east. Yeah, this is the hope that holds us together. Hativa, the hope that will last forever. This is the hope that holds us together. Hativa, the hope that is still real. Hativa, our hope is real. Hativa, our hope is real.
לחיות עם חופשי, בארצנו, בארצנו, לארץ ציון,
Yerushalayim. This is the hope that holds us together. Hativa, the hope that will last forever. This is the hope that holds us together. Hativa, the hope that is still real. This is the hope. The hope is still real. A Jewish home in Israel.
So not only do our fifth graders discuss and study Israel in this past year and our connection to our homeland, but they've also in the first semester studied life cycles. So we planned a baby naming today just to make sure that we can cover all the bases. We're going to stick around, and after Shabbos, we have a wedding tomorrow night. Just kidding. But because Samuel Eli Goldstein was born 8 days ago, he had his bris before he got here, so you don't have to deal with that part. But we get to do the final part of the naming. And Sam is the son of Rachel and Michael Goldstein and the grandson of Alexander Goldstein and Irina Freeman and Maria and Eugene Umansky and the great-grandson of Ina Umanskaya and Uri Umansky. And so we bring Sam up to the bima as he carries his parents up with him on this very special evening. Oh, they're applauding? Go all the way up here.
This little guy. Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu, our God and our Creator. Rachel and Michael have come into your presence to voice the longings of their hearts. Give them the wisdom to teach their child to be faithful to the heritage of the household of Israel, that he may grow up with the knowledge that you are always near to him, guiding and sustaining him. Keep open the eyes of his spirit, even though his eyes are closed right now. We know that they're probably not like that all the time for you guys, that he may ever be conscious of the beauty and the wonder of your world. Let him learn to love the goodness that is in the human soul, that he may ever nourish the goodness that has been implanted within him. Grant him health of mind and strength of body, that he may enjoy fullness of years and the radiance of spirit. As we say, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, gomel chasadim tovim. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, who fills creation, extending love and kindness to the world. A Jewish tradition.
I can do that too.
Machine. Jewish tradition teaches that all the generations, even those unborn, were at Mount Sinai and participated in the making of the covenant between God and the people of Israel. God said, "And I will establish my covenant between me and you and your seed after you throughout your generations as an everlasting covenant. As you bring your son into this breach, the covenant of Avraham Avinu, of Abraham our father, so does he enter into the sanctity of the Jewish tradition. So does he become part of the pride that is the Jewish people, and of the holiness that is the Jewish faith. As you, Rachel, and Michael, his parents, hold him on this bema and pledge to impart the beauty of our heritage to this little boy from this time forth, so do all of us here. And so I ask you, do you pledge to imbue his life with the ideals of Torah, service, and the love and kindness that our tradition teaches?
Then in hallowed Jewish law, we give this child his Hebrew name along with his English name. His Hebrew name is Shai, who is named for his great-great-grandfather, Shai Goldstein, a strong, compassionate family man who cared about all of his loved ones. Living off the land and being resourceful with his hands, he made sure to provide for his family. All that had been lost in World War II, you all, as a family, learned from his struggles that he lived through and the qualities he passed down to all the Goldsteins. Those qualities include creating solutions, embracing the love of agriculture, helping others in need. And you all can remember that he is still with you in spirit, and especially as this little one now carries his name. So may Samuel Eli Goldstein be known for the household of Israel with his Hebrew name Shai ben Michael v'Rachel. Such a blessing it is that you want to bring your son on this bema, as it feels like just yesterday you were being married under a chuppah with us on this bema. But, Mike, just yesterday, this woman was being bat mitzvah on this bema. And just before that, fifth graders, she was here at fifth grade honor Shabbat as well. So this is what happens. And this is what makes us rabbis in Cantor most proud and filled with a sense of love and joy that you want to bring your beautiful son into this space and feel God's presence as we feel with you and feel the blessing of this and the completion of his first week of life. And we say that it's a sense of nachas for you all, that this experience of these months of this little man coming to life and what you get to experience now. And we know we'll get to see you in like 3 years and everything will be fine. And you'll wake up and somehow he'll be running around. And so with that in mind, though, truly do we ask of God's blessing upon you. As together we say, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu la'azman hazeh. Bless you, God, ruler of the universe, who's given us life and sustained us and brought us to this awesome moment together.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Join me. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu
melech haolam, shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. So as fifth grade parents, feeling like it was just yesterday, they were up on this bema for a baby naming. It goes fast. So the certificate says that Samuel Eli Goldstein, the son of Rachel and Michael, has been blessed and given his Hebrew name, Shai ben Michael v'Rachel, here at Temple Shir Shalom. But we have this bag here of goodies for you, too, from our preschool. And you might notice some cinder blocks outside as well, because we are building your preschool, Sam. It's going to be ready for you next year. But this is filled with goodies for Shabbat, a challah, and wine, and lots of good things. So we look forward to seeing this one, right? At the Shir Shalom at the Learning Center Preschool, and you all get to see what happens then. So, Mazel Tov. We all say Mazel Tov. And so now, as a community, we turn to our prayers for our concluding prayers on page 6 as we rise together for the Aleinu.
ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
O God, who heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds, give comfort to those who mourn. Give them courage and strength, compassion and kindness, and restore a sense of life's goodness within them. Give them the ability to accept the mystery of life and let them soon know peace. Help them endure that which no one can understand. And let us all say, Amen. Talk among yourselves. Thank you. Excellent. As we stand together as a community, so we're reminded of the importance of what community is. As we remember those who have passed, both recently and in years ago, we remind ourselves that no mourner stands alone. And so as a community, we stand together at this time. As we think of those who have been taken from our midst in this past month, who Shloshim we continue to mark, friends, family of our community, Richard Moskowitz, Barbara Zolkauer, Pearl Fisher, Edward Narens, Ken Eskovitz, Jerry Slanky, Maurice Frankel, Nicholas Christie, Leon Zolkauer, Rini Mahler, Joe Grossman. Linking their names and names whose yortzites we mark on the Shabbat, those anniversary of passing, we lovingly commemorate. Friends and family of our community, Coleman Bandoline, Elaine Barnett, Bruce Barkin, David Bauer, David Beck, Mike Barish, Summers Blevins, Ken Dobrinsky, Fred Ettinger, Estelle Gurman, Dr. Daniel Gilbert, Abraham Horvitz, George Horwitz, Anna Lublin, Jenny Malamud, Florence Markson, Hannah Noselis, Alex Olin, James Persinger, Florence Posar, Celia Roth, Seal Saperstein, Mildred Simon, Norman Steele, Hyman Weiner, Shay Celia Ziff, and Helen Zuckerman. Linking their names, the names we did not recite on the Shabbat, those of every faith and family, those lives that have touched ours, as well as those who have no one to stand and say Kaddish for them. So do we stand together now as one community and join in the immortal words of the mourner's Kaddish. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei Rabbah, v'alma divra chiroteh v'almich malchuteh, b'chayachon u'v'yomechon u'chayedecho beit Yisrael, Bagala uvizman kari v'imru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mavarach olam amea maya, yit barach v'yishtabach v'yit pa'ar v'yit ramam v'yit naseh. Hinadar v'naleh v'nalal, Shemei Kudusha B'richu. Ma'era min kol birchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechemata, tamaram b'yama v'imru. Amen. Yehi Shama Rabba min Shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru.
Amen.
The source of peace and peace to those who mourn, comfort to those who are bereaved here and everywhere. And let us say, Amen.
Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru, amen. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu
Good Shabbos, everyone.
Good Shabbos.
Let's thank our fifth graders for helping us tonight. As well as our youth choir, who's been singing so lovely tonight, too. To Rachel Goldstein for planning her delivery, perfect timing for this Life Cycle Shabbat. Really worked out well. So glad we could accommodate.
As we thank our fifth graders too, our teachers, our teaching team that's here, our fifth grade Judaic Studies teachers, Gabe Hessensaller and Alexis Redman, and our Hebrew teachers. I see David Solomon and Stephanie Strunk and Miriam Schloss, and doubling Lynn Goldberg with the choir and our Hebrew class, and then some of our Mahonakim, Isaac Loveland and Max Columbus, and I'm getting there, I'm going down the row there, and Shayna Monkman, don't worry, I won't leave you out. Are there any other Mahonakim that I'm missing up here? Perfect. As well as our Teen Engagement Director, Katie Tobias, and our Associate Director for Shoresh, Elisa Burke. So thank you to all of them for their hard work this year as well, and making sure our fifth graders were ready.
So, as impressive as our fifth graders were tonight, and as much as we enjoy that, I recommend strongly fifth grade parents and fifth graders coming to our high school graduation on May 7th. It's one of the most special services of the year, and anyone can come and appreciate that. But seeing what our high schoolers have accomplished and what they think of their experience here at Temple as we send them off in their next journeys in life. So it's always a very special service. It's Sunday evening, May 7th. We also honor all of our teachers that night, too. It's a really beautiful Havdalah service that we do on Sunday in 2 weeks. So I hope you can be a part of that. A couple weeks after that is our sophomores in high school, our confirmation service, which is always beautiful as well, on Thursday night, May 5th. May 25th, which is the night of Shavuos as well. We celebrate receiving the Ten Commandments, and that's always really special. Adult Ed, we have Tea Talk and Torah this Wednesday at 2 p.m. Come be a part of that. Study with us rabbis.
And as our fifth graders were talking about Israel this week we also celebrate Yom HaAtzmaut, Israel's Independence Day. And our community is actually doing a celebration on Thursday evening. So if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, if anybody remembers the American group Stomp, which is kind of like the drum line, and some really cool music and lights, this is the Israeli version of that. And so it's actually going to be a community celebration this Thursday, the 27th at 5 o'clock. There's Israeli dinner, maybe it's 5:30. And then the commemoration begins a little bit after that with Mayumina, and it's going to be over at Sharet Tzedek. You can buy tickets to it if you're interested in being a part of that online on Federation's website.
Excellent. And now a question or two before we enjoy a lovely oneg in honor of our fifth graders. Yes, Miss Lindo.
In our team of this tribe, you talked about
Yeah, I know. I've been looking for that information too, Rabbi. Every week it keeps coming. It keeps appearing.
It's still there. Yeah, it's supposed to drop off the schedule there. But it hasn't yet because we're still trying to figure it out. It's unlikely that our goal was to have it over a Friday night, start on a Friday afternoon, have a Shabbat experience weekend for people. Unfortunately, because of added wedding schedules and other things that clergy has taken on, it's making it a little bit difficult. So we're trying to wind down to a weekend where we can find a place, and there's only one weekend, and we're looking for that place. But it might not be a Friday night Shabbat experience out. It might be a little bit different in the week. So hopefully we'll have more information about that coming soon, and we'd love to have any of you that love camping join us for that. If it doesn't work out well, there's a construction site out here, and there's some land underneath it. So
you've noticed the beauty of what's happening as well. The social hall's been gutted, and our new stairwell is going to have an opportunity for all of us to have our imprint on that, and that's the tiles. Some of you have made, but some of you have not made a tile as an individual or as a family. We encourage you to do that to beautify that stairwell that we'll be creating together in the near future. So really special for that too. Milo, you had your hand up. You forgot? Yeah, now you sound like me. You're thinking like, are the brownies, are there any nuts, and are they gluten-free? That was your question? I don't know yet. We'll find out soon.
We're keeping it in the family. Asher's got a question back there too. Excellent. So if I heard, because it's hard for my hearing, you're learning about in school the Silk Road and it went through Israel. So, as our students have learned about, and last week they did a little bit of geography, they're in what's known as part of the Fertile Crescent. And there are all sorts of different trade routes that actually went through there. If you remember, for parents, Indiana Jones, it was filmed right to the east of it in Jordan at Petra, and that was a Nabatean city. But all throughout southern Israel, there are Nabatean cities. And the Nabateans were a group of people who had established a spice trade route from the Far East over, coming in to Egypt, to Babylon, to parts of Europe as well. And there were all sorts of different places along southern Israel where they had forts, in a sense, that had been set up as places where they could camp. So that trade route has been there for a long time, and it continues today in different ways as well, as now from the sea, the Red Sea, down by Eilat, going up to the port in Haifa. They now bring cars through there and avoid the canal there, the Suez Canal. It's much cheaper. They're putting them on trains and bringing them north to be able to get them up to Europe when they're developed or built elsewhere. So all sorts of trade going through there. And the biggest migration is actually birds that make their way up that route as well.
Migrations and trade routes, we invite our children to migrate down to their parents and grandparents now because parents need to bless their kids as we conclude our Shabbos service together. And if we can rise together so our kids can scoot in there with us. And as Cantor sings the blessing, we can repeat after me. And say to our children, grandchildren, our friends, may God bless you.
May God bless you.
May God protect you.
May God protect you. May God shine upon you.
May God shine upon you.
And may God shine through you.
May God shine through you.
May God always be with you.
May God always be with you.
Giving you all your blessings.
Giving you all your blessings.
Most of all, peace.
Most of all, peace.
And as you say amen, you need to kiss your child, grandchild, friend to seal that blessing.
Go get Onig.